Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Proverbs 31. And today we're going to talk about charm can distract, but character will deliver. And this is according to Proverbs chapter 31, verse 30. And this one is going to take us to the mountaintop on today, okay? Because I absolutely love talking about the scripture. And it reads that favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. This verse pulls back the curtain on what really matters. You see, in a culture obsessed with appearances, social media aesthetics, filters, followers, and personal brands, this verse sobers us with a truth that is more relevant than ever before. You see, surface level success will always fade, but substance never will. Substance is the thing that keeps us grounded, that keeps us on point, that keeps us showing up each and every time, right? Over and over again. So let's take this line by line. The first part of this is favor is deceitful. This is the kind of favor that is fleeting. Popularity, public approval, applause from the crowd. It feels good, but it's fragile, right? Those things a lot of times don't always stay, they don't be there. We've seen time and time again in the news, on social media, where people just lose it. They don't know how to handle when the applause stops, right? When people are not cheering them on. And so it is fragile from the standpoint of what is really, right, your motivation. This is why I like to tell my clients that your why has to be bigger than anything as far as why you're doing your business, why you're serving the clients that you do, why you show up the way that you do. Like your why has got to be so big that you're going to do it if it's only you. You're going to do it if no one comes back and tells you thank you. If you don't receive a dime, you still do it. So you will find that favor in your why changes with trends, right? But it does not change with the trends. My apologies, or the ties or temptations, right? That you're going to continue to stay consistent along with your excellence as you're doing what you do. So, deceitful favor is when you're liked for the wrong reasons. So, when people follow you for what they can get from you, not only who you truly are, these are some of the reasons why people want to follow you, right? And it's a lot of times for the wrong reasons. When the world rewards your image, but they ignore your impact. And this is where a lot of times we get confused, right? You've got to know that you know who you are and whose you are, right? The reason why you're doing what you do is not for just for vainglory, right? Do it because there's some substance behind it. There's an impact and some influence that you want to come along with it. So when your influence is based on charisma and not character, man, that's a setup for a hard fall, right? So God is warning us, don't build your identity on favor that can flip, right? When people are just calling your name and they're giving you praises today, but then tomorrow they want to tear you down. So be careful when that is happening. Of course, it feels good and it sounds good as well, and we all want it. However, just make sure that when they're applauding you, that it's for the right reason and that you take it for what it is, right? And some of that you might have to bottle it up because when the applause stop, you're gonna want to open up that jar and hear it over and over and over again, right? These are the moments that where you have to encourage yourself. Now, the second part of that scripture says, and beauty is vain. Now, beauty is not evil. In fact, God created beauty. This verse is reminding us that beauty without substance, though, is empty, right? In Hebrew, the word vain here literally means a vapor, a breath. something that looks real but disappears quickly. So we live in an age where women are valued by visuals. And the Proverbs 31 woman reminds us it's not how you look, but it's what you carry, right? Your looks can open the doors. Now, we're not going to get it twisted. Don't get it messed up. But only your wisdom, honor, and your fear of God can keep you in rooms that were designed for purpose and not performance. And then the next part of the scripture, the last part of the scripture here says, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Now, this is the punchline. The fear of the Lord doesn't mean trembling. It means reverence, submission, and alignment. It means walking with God even when no one is watching. It means obeying Him when it costs you popularity, convenience, or clout, right? The woman who fears the Lord doesn't need the world's applause. Heaven already has endorsed her, right? Heaven already has given you the stamp of approval to go forward, to be amazing, to stand out among many, to walk with your head held up high with confidence and do it unapologetically, right? This is the woman who chooses integrity when no one sees her, honors her body, her mind, and her spirit, speaks with grace and moves with discernment, lives on assignment and not on autopilot. And the scripture says that she shall be praised, not just by people, but by God, by angels, by her children, by generations not yet born. Because legacy isn't built by looking good, it's built by living right. Can you say on today that that's what you're doing, that you're living a life that is well pleasing unto the Lord, that you're showing up in the workplace happy, excited, and you're giving 110% every day you walk in there? Can I just say that every day is not your best day? However, that's the assignment that you chose to do, right? If you're the business owner, you're the leader, you're the CEO, yeah, definitely make sure that you're leading by example. In your community, you can do the same thing and make a massive impact. In your home, yes, that's where the impact starts, right? You want to start there and then have it to radiate out. Can I just say that favor is not fair? And of course, I want to leave you with a modern day revelation. And it's this, that you can be admired and still be empty. You can be followed and still be lost. You can be fine as wine and still be unfulfilled. But a woman who fears the Lord, man, she walks in peace that doesn't need validation. She builds wealth without breaking her values. And she doesn't just have influence, but she has impact. So this is your reminder that when you lead from character and not cosmetics, your value never depreciates. And I do say never. In our modern day story for today is going to be talking about Jordan. Now, Jordan was a woman with flawless social media posts, luxury vacations, perfect outfits, polished captions. But behind the scenes, her marriage was crumbling, her finances were in chaos, and her faith was fading. Jordan was a woman who had a friend, Mia, a quiet, prayerful entrepreneur. Didn't have a million followers, but she had favor that lasted. She ran her business with integrity, mentored young girls, tithed faithfully, and kept God first. When a crisis hit Jordan's life, she didn't call her influencers, she called Mia. Why? Because when the storms come, that style, that flash, that floss, that can't save you, but spiritual strength can. And so I want to encourage you on today to get you a Mia in your life, right? You want somebody that's around you that's going to first of all tell you the truth. You want somebody that's going to pray you through, that's going to hold your head when your head needs to be held, that's going to have your back, and that's going to hold your heart to the best of their ability. You want to make sure that you are regarded with that individual. And having somebody like that around you is going to keep you grounded as well. That's why community is so important. That's why having a group of individuals that's going to sow into you, that's going to pour into you, that's going to keep you lifted and hold you accountable to the things that you're going to, that you said that you want to do, right? I want to say that the walk of an entrepreneur, the walk of a leader, whether it's in your home, your community, your church, in the marketplace, is not for the faint of heart. Everybody, I believe, has some sort of responsibility. And if it's just you, you're still responsible to you. So are you going to continue to keep moving forward, keep stretching and pushing yourself? Because some days you're not going to want to do it. So having somebody that has your back is going to keep you moving forward. If you don't have that in your life, I'm encouraging you today to find you a coach, find you a mentor, a trainer, somebody that's going to come alongside you, that's going to lock arms with you, that's going to help you to be able to go to that next place. And if you find that you've been struggling trying to make that happen, can I just say, you can always pray about it, right? Fall on your knees, spend some time listening to the still small voice of the Lord, and find out the things that He has yet for you that He will reveal to you, but spend some time there with it. And our daily takeaway is this: build a brand that God can bless. Let your beauty be more than skin deep, and favor is sweet, but fear of the Lord is sustainable. The praise you want isn't found in people clapping, but it's in God saying, well done. Our legacy activation is this. Number one, audit your influence. What are people really following you for? And are you leading with substance or surface? Only you know that. There's always sometimes some area that needs a little polish on it, that it needs some refinement. Go ahead and address those areas now. Number two, renew your mind. Replace the desire to be seen with the desire to be sanctified, right? And if you need to, do it all over again, right? Ask the Lord to come in and save you real good. Ask Him to come and refine those areas for you. Now, I'm going to tell you, it might smart a little bit, but it's definitely going to make you better. And number three, cultivate godly fear. Spend 15 minutes in reverent worship today, right? Not tomorrow, not the next day. Don't put it off. And there's no request, right? You're not asking Him for anything, just honoring Him, praise and worship. And our journal prompts is this. Number one, where am I relying too much on public favor? Number two, what area of my life needs deeper reverence for God? And number three is, how can I beautify my spirit more than my selfies, right? A lot of times there's some work on us that needs to happen. So you know what those areas are. Go ahead and write those down. And you already know I'm going to say pick one area and go to work. Our affirmation for today is this: I am not defined by fleeting favor or fading beauty. I walk in wisdom, clothed in reverence, and live in alignment with a God who sees beyond the surface. If you enjoyed this message, go ahead and like, share, and comment on it, okay? Because I love, love, love hearing your feedback on what you liked about the message. Also, comment what areas are you working on? I would love to hear about that because we want to cheer you on. We want to celebrate you. And you can also follow me on all social media platforms at I am Dr. Tabitha or drtabitharussell.com, where I have some free resources there for you. And of course, you know what I'm going to say. Come back again on tomorrow and let's go deep with the next word, because I know that we are rounding this out. Proverbs chapter 31. We've been doing one verse every single day, and I hope that you've been enjoying it and that you've been getting some great things out of it, because I know I have. And this is something that the Lord has given me to share, and I look forward to doing it again with you on tomorrow. So come back and let's get connected. I will see you then.